This is Pat Walker, Mission Winners. I'm making a video for Karim, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. And if I'm not, please correct me. And I apologize. I'm not trying to be rude. But Karim asked a very good question, and I'm going to share this with you. Said, I lost a lot of money on trying to chase breakouts and then reversing later. Most of the breakouts are failing, and small losses eventually add up to a big amount. How do I address this? This is a great question. And so I'm going to synopsize this. Yeah, I'm buying breakouts and they're failing, some of them. And you know, I'm having losses here. How can I handle this? What should I do? First off, I have to compliment you. First off, most importantly, you are limiting losses. And you can say, yeah, but I'm losing money. Your first loss is your best loss. We always control risk. It's compulsory. So let's address this, and this is straight from CanSlim Level 3 and CanSlim Level Thrower, and I've been there. I've taught this stuff. Here's the best tactic to use. Our goal is to buy right and let it work. But they all don't work. So how do we approach it? Let's suppose, I'm going to give you a supposition here. Our goal is to get up to 100 shares. Own up to 100 shares of stock. We do not buy 100 shares right at the breakout. We start small. We start with 50 shares maximum. If price continues up, we will add 30 shares more. If price continues going up, we will add 20 shares more. The important part of this, you start with 50 shares. If price does not go up, we do not buy more. By so doing, we keep our losses much smaller. This really helps. It's the rules of proper pyramiding, and it works. Now I've got a limit alert going off here. We're going to look at this. You know what we're going to do, because this is a big move? We're going to sell a little AMD here. Hold on just 1 second. My apologies. I had to handle a few things here. As you know, I'm always monitoring the stocks for the sake of you and the team. So what's the best approach for this? This will help. And I'm sorry I had to cut part of that, not cut the video, but had to stop it and address these things. We want to keep losses small. Our goal is to get to 100 shares. Never, ever make your first purchase the entire amount. Never. Start with half of that, 50 shares. If your goal is to get to 50 shares maximum, start with 25. Never start with a full position. If and only if price continues upwards, do we add more. By so doing, we keep our losses much, much smaller. If it continues going up in price, rules of proper pyramiding, we know to add, and that will work out great. Just great. Now I'm going to go back to your question here. I want to make sure I've got it all covered on this first question. Let's see here. I tried my best to replicate. Okay. We can do that eventually. The screens and things like this. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to really be specific. Got it here. So, rules of proper pyramiding. Now I'm going to take it one step further. Only buy clean and simple base breakouts like this right here, or like this right here, or like this right there. I'm just showing a few examples right there. Clean and simple flat base. Focus on those and you will dramatically increase right there. Star right there. Simple. STEP right there. Clean and simple. All of these were past keyless stocks. Simple bases. You could say why? It increases the odds that other people see what we see, which increases the potential and the odds that they will buy also. When it goes through that pivot and you're buying, look for volume on the 30-minute or the hourly chart. And Karim, this is important. If there is no volume, don't buy. Look for that volume surge. You want to see it picking up as it's pushing through the pivot. If there's no volume, simply don't buy it. That will also help you. Volume is confirmation that other people see what we see and are acting on it. So we know what to buy, and we know where to buy, and we know what to look for when we're buying. So we've got that covered. It works great. Now let's go further. The stock goes up in price. What do? We sell some and lock some profits in. Continues, we sell a little bit more, like we just did with Advanced Micro Devices. Ponder this. No matter what happens, AMD can fall all the way down to our buy price and we sell the rest there. We still made a profit. Now, we won't let that happen. We're not going to get sloppy, but it puts us in the driver's seat. We allow it to work. We are very tight with limiting losses. It's good above the line, it's good above the white line, and it's bad below. Which also leads to another point. 7 to 8% losses? No way. We keep losses smaller than that. Which leads to another point. No day trading, no 5-minute charts, no scalping for 20, 30 cents. We'll let them work for as long as possible. If we can do that, the money comes. It just happens. And I also have to share this with you. Don't be too quick to sell and lock in all your profits. Limit your losses. Don't limit your profits. It's the large profits are what offset little losses. I don't mind risking $1 if I know overall I'm going to make much more than $2 or $3 to $5 to $10 to $20 on my winners. Ride them as long as you can, but by selling a little bit, it relieves psychological pressure, emotional pressure, or stress, which allows us to think clearer and let them ride much longer. And I'll say it again, focus primarily on the daily charts and please focus on clean and simple base breakouts. And another point I'll make is if you are experiencing a series of losses, cut back on your activity and cut back on the number of shares you're buying. Good investing is not one size fits all. We must adapt to the environment. And there will be times we won't buy anything. There's nothing going on. We have to wait. That's good for the head, and that's good for the pocketbook. The one thing I like there is small losses. You have that phrase, small losses, in your statement, sir. Amen. Good for you. Keep the losses small. Keep losses very small and ride the stocks like this or this. And you can say, well, I don't own this. That's okay. There will be more. AMD. That's a good start for us. And we've locked some profits in a couple of times. We're in good shape. Think about this, AMD. No matter what happens, we're going to make money on it. Money. So anyway, Karen, this is a great question. I hope this video helps you. And could you please do me a favor? If you have another question or if this doesn't clear it up, ask me. Ask me, and I'll make another video. It is not an imposition. Your priority, and I want to help. And I mean that sincerely. And I hope this does help you. And I thank you.